The elf gives you a slow clap. Clap, clap, clap.
Ouais, bonjour.
The evil Isbale is dead. The doctor will see you now. Permit me to mark it on your map. Do not tarry. He urgently desires to speak with the magnificence that is you, Losa.
The elf bows his head in thanks.
Toi.
A
Michel.
pleasure doing business. Yes.
Où est la reine?
She's holding court in the sewers, if you can believe it. Go to my wine cellar, pull out the vintage called Lula Bell. It will open, and take this key. Is there more you need from me? Really? This is amazing news. But what of the Queen? What's been going on? Is she safe?
Manoir Kem?
Then I'll send my men and women to sniff her out. She may think to stay covert, but royalty is easily divined. It burdens my heart, truly, but I must say farewell now. Take this, a good reward for good decisions.
Mikhail returns to his boxes and sacks, though he no longer places items in them, but removes them.
Ah, cool. Oh, oh oui, cool. Casque d'éclaireur. Botte de chasseur. Sacré saloperie quand même.
There
Salut!
you are. I've been looking for Losa. I suppose she can sense how close she is to him. Luckily for all of us, I've been busy. I know exactly what we need to do to get him out of Losa's head and into the palm of her hand.
Ah, mais ça c'est cool. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire?
Shall I continue? Well, the prognosis is very good. I know of a way we can find you at his home plane, the place he stores the souls he steals. If we can find it, we can destroy it.
Il est con ce chat. Oui, t'es couillon.
Losa inhales sharply.
Vas-y, Loche. On va y arriver. On va retirer cette merde de ta tête et ça va aller mieux.
I'll read that as excitement, gratitude, battle lust.
It's just, this is it. This is everything I've wanted. Finally, a chance to have a chance.
Oui.
That's the idea, at least. But we need to move quickly. The faster we can get in and out of there, the less chance there will be that a drama leak realizes we're there. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Whip.
Yes, definitely. I think. So, team, ready to roll?
Flacon.
Stay near me, all of you. We don't want to get lost where we're going.
Allez, rock'n'roll.
You are suddenly heavy on your feet. The air here feels weighted with import and dread. All light within you feels suddenly dimmer.
Here we are. Tread carefully, Losa. This place It isn't safe.
Lohse looks at you nervously and smiles.
On ne repartira pas tant qu'on n'aura pas terminé ce qu'on fait ici. T'inquiète, ma minette, ça va bien se passer.
So, where should we start?
That depends on what we find. We need to weaken your demon by freeing the souls he's trapped here. Exactly how he's storing them and what that will mean for us will be a surprise for both of us. I believe so, but we won't let that happen.
Alors, clairement, non, on va pas laisser ça se produire, non, absolument pas. Je refuse cette réalité, je la remplace par la mienne.
You can say that again.
Powerful ones do. Nothing they enjoy more than a private playground where no prying eyes can interfere with their fun.
Très bien.
And before you ask, no, I don't have one. Even I have a modicum of decency. Deep, deep down.
Je devais pas bosser aujourd'hui, alors je suis resté chez Ika jusqu'à la fin, à peu près 1h du mat. Et ce matin, à 9h, le téléphone qui sonne, 3 tracteurs en panne. Oh.
But that would close the portal for good. It isn't nothing for me to bring us here. It takes a great sacrifice. Don't waste it.
Tout à fait. T'inquiète, Ginette, on loot. Déjà, première chose à faire, le loot. Parce que le loot, c'est la vie. Ouais, c'est quoi? C'est une bougie.
No wax pools at the candle's wick, though it grows brighter as you inspect it. A feeling comes over you. There's a soul within this flame, within the black wax that fuels it.
Do you feel it, Lohse? There's a soul within this candle. So, this is how your demon operates. He collects them here and feeds from them at his leisure.
Pas trop grave, 5 minutes le premier, un quart d'heure le troisième, et tout le reste le second. Aïe, effectivement. Bon, le premier, ça va. Premier, troisième, ça va. Mais le reste de la matinée pour le second... Parce que du coup, vu que t'es pas censé bosser, c'est de l'heure sup alors? Heure sup plus week-end, en fait, du coup. Si ça tombe correctement à la fin du mois, c'est pas plus mal, tu me diras. Mais bon.
I feel it. It's the spirit of a woman. Prudence. The innkeeper in Driftwood. She made a deal with him, with a Dramalik. And now she'll be trapped here, forever.
L'aubergiste de Flotte-Bois, sérieux, la petite vieille, là? Ah, putain. Comment elle s'appelait, déjà? Patience? Quelque chose comme ça, je me rappelle plus. Et que la cuisinière faisait du... elle butait des magistères, elle foutait la barbaque de... la viande de... Elle les découpait en morceaux, elle foutait la barbaque dans les ragoûts. C'est dégueulasse.
If the demon is feeding from her, we need to snuff the candle out. This is how we'll weaken him.
Attends, qu'est-ce que tu veux dire par là? Éteindre sa bougie, genre... tuer la vieille?
Snuff her out. But
Oui,
that's
bah c'est... Ouais.
like killing her. If I do that, I'm no better than a Dramalik.
Ouais, bah ouais. Prépare correctement, j'ai bricolé un truc, ça donnera jusqu'à mardi. Ma fille le lundi entier. Ah, cool. Ok, ouais, bah du coup, ouais, il t'a basculé le truc, ouais.
Please. He destroys people for the love of it. If we must do this, it's to save the thousands he'd feed on in future.
That isn't true. I don't care about them. I mean, I do. But the only person I really care about is me.
Ah, j'en sais rien. Je vais faire une sauvegarde. On va lui dire de souffler la bougie. Parce que si elle la souffle pas, est-ce qu'on a une autre solution? Mais on va lui dire qu'elle a raison d'être
She hesitates for a moment,
méfiante.
then turns away from you. She reaches out and pinches the wick, snuffing out the fire.
Ok, elle l'a fait quand même.
There. It's done. Let's keep moving.
Ok.
Good idea.
Ok, et continue à... truc. C'est compliqué de
The
tourner sans...
candle
Ouais.
is extinguished. The spirit is gone.
Ok, donc elle veut quand même les éteindre. Ok, pas de souci alors. On les éteint. Ok. Ça c'était à prévoir. C'était à prévoir. Ok. Faire une petite sauvegarde. Au moins on a trouvé comment faire. Mais du coup, c'est pas géant le truc? Rune de flamme puissante de taille géante. Ah, rune de venin. Elle était là, la saloperie. Ok, elle était planquée. Ok. Du moralame. Absorption du poison, ok. Ok, bon, tout ça pour ça. Alors maintenant... Carbate, carbate.
I'm fading.
Une de flamme puissante de taille géante. Ok, j'ai récupéré ça. J'aime pas ça. Oula, celle-là est très consommée. On va commencer par celle-là.
The candles glow with the light of the spirits housed by each. They reach toward Losa, eager to be heard.
You know what you must do, Losa. There is no other way.
Two people. Two souls. Two souls just like me. You're right. I owe them that. I owe them at least that.
She holds her hand to the flame and seems to go into a trance.
Two souls. So different. Two souls bound together by the demon. One, a humble man, a father. The other, a killer. The first, he understands. He wants me to destroy Adramalik. He's willing to be destroyed himself. The second is full of anger, of fury. He doesn't want to be sent into the darkness.
Je vois pas qui c'est là. Je pensais au père et son fils, mais le père et le fils sont morts en fait. Le père parce que c'est le fils qui l'a buté, et l'autre et le fils parce que c'est nous qui l'avons buté.
I have no choice. If I want to survive him, I have to be like him. I have to do this. It's the only way.
Losa reaches out and twists the candle's wicks. They smoke and die.
You're getting the hang of this. Very good. Not done yet, Losa.
J'aime pas ça. J'aime pas ça du tout. Quelque chose qui va pas. Ouais. Alors.
All those souls.
I wasn't expecting this.
The candles twinkle in the distance, each a life, each a soul.
All these people. All these people. All these precious people.
She stands silent, stock still. Malady suddenly grabs Losa's arm. She speaks through gritted teeth.
We must stop him. This cannot continue. We can't let it. We need to free them, snuff them out. If a drama leak can't draw on their power, we'll be able to face him and finish him.
But they're all like me. Every last one of them. How can I...
I know it isn't easy, but we need to end them. Yes, they will vanish. They won't go onto the hall. They'll simply cease to be. But if we don't do this, there will be no stopping a drama leak. The sea of candles will grow larger. He won't stop.
Bon, ben...
There is no slaying the demon while this place remains. We need to act. I know this isn't easy, but I'll help. Just say the word and I'll summon a flood large enough to end this. All of this.
Enfin, les milliers, les millions de villes qui sont là.
Losa looks out over the sea of candles for a long while, saying nothing.
It's so quiet here. I don't feel him at all. Here we are, before the evidence of all his disgusting deeds, and my mind is clearer than it's been in a long time. It's funny, isn't it? How some pain is so big it just burns you clean from the inside out.
Un grand feu, oui. Littéralement, d'ailleurs.
It's almost like I could just step off the edge of this ledge and float away. There's nothing to me anymore. Nothing at all.
The light from the candles dances in her dark eyes as she looks at you.
Do I?
She takes your hand and looks out over the sea of souls once more. She leans against you, letting you support the smallest bit of her weight.
Sometimes I think my fate was written from the beginning. I was never going to manage it. When someone that powerful wants something from you, they just take it. That's what they do. Only an idiot pretends they won't.
She stiffens and stands upright, running her fingers through her hair. She smiles. Smirks, really.
I guess that makes me an idiot.
Non.
Malady, let's do it.
With pleasure. Ah, perfect.
On veut quand même une romance avec.
There. It's done. It's all done.
C'est terrifiant.
It feels so heavy here. Let's not linger.
So, here we are again.
Well, well. We made it to the big smoke. After we tear Divinity off its pedestal, and we spread its powers to the people.
Ifan, c'est un communard.
Like the fresh green shoots that push through the earth after a forest fire. Maybe what those shoots grow into will be better than the weeds they're replacing. Can't be worse.
Ça peut pas être pire. Alors là-dessus, il faut jamais tabler là-dessus. Avec l'humain, ça peut toujours très largement être pire.
At least they'll have a choice. That's more than most people have right now. For far too long, people have obeyed the gods, obeyed the order, obeyed the ring, obeyed whatever authorities stood up and told them what to do.
Le problème, c'est qu'il y en a plein en fait qui veulent pas prendre de responsabilité et qui veulent simplement obéir et qui veulent pas, voilà, qui veulent qu'on leur dise ce qu'il faut faire, machin et tout.
I've been guilty of it myself. But I'm done. The world doesn't need a new divine. It needs everyone to harness their own divinity. Each and every one of us. And that,
Je sais pas, on verra.
that'll be a first. That'll be something I'm looking forward to seeing. Everybody in life makes choices. I'm tired of doing what others want me to do. I'm choosing to go a different way now.
Tout à fait.
I've made mistakes and compounded them. But now there's a chance to make amends, and I intend to seize it.
Ifan claps you on the shoulder and beams at you, affection for you plain in his eyes.
All right, that should do it. We need to leave, quickly.
She pants and wipes her mouth. Blood smears across her sleeve. Losa is still and quiet, her eyes flashing grey, then black, then draining back to normal.
A drama leak. He must be furious. We need to get out of here, now. Hurry. There you have it, Losa. Do you feel it? How weak he's become.
It's amazing. My heart feels more like my own than it has in too long now.
On aurait eu l'air extrêmement con si on avait soufflé sa bougie à elle, à Loche. Dans toute la gamme de trucs là.
I can almost start hoping I stand a fighting chance.
You still need to face him. You still need to best him. But you can do it, especially with allies like this at your side.
Sauf qu'avant de bastonner, on fera une sauvegarde
No,
au cas où.
I need to rest. You can do this. You are ready. You can finish this now and forever.
I couldn't have done any of it without you, Mals.
Losa wraps Malady in a huge hug. Malady grimaces and pats her back stiffly. Having extinguished the flames in the demon's home plane and killed innocents in the process, Losa looks to her party, eyebrows raised.
You sacrificed many to save many more, yourself included among them. It was the right thing to do.
We aren't gods yet. We had no right to say which souls should live or die, and for what reason.
I had no choice. If I had left those souls alive, I stand no chance of defeating Adramalik. This is the only way forward. That was amazing. He's scared. I feel it. Oh my gods, I feel it. This is it.
She suddenly stops short and stares at you, hard. She leaps into your arms and plants a huge, wet kiss on your mouth.
You and me, we can do anything. Let's get him, Chief.
Ok. Et maintenant, ça va être le truc chiant. Maintenant, ça va être la merde. Maintenant, ça va être la douille. Alors, on va y aller. Il faut qu'on y aille.
The door does not open, but it feels alive. It feels like it's examining you, or at least one of you. The door is examining Losa.
Phare et... Oh putain, ok. Loche.
The door does not open. A creeping sensation comes over you, as if the door were examining you.
Losa,
Oui.
the doctor will see you now.
Ah, putain, connerie. Non, non, c'est pas ça que je veux faire. Voilà.
The nurse stares openly at you. His eyes are a pitiless black, like a hungry shark.
You are known. You are on the doctor's books. He awaits you. Go to him.
The nurse hisses at you while you remain in earshot.
I can smell your bone marrow. Delicious. Losa, the doctor will...
The nurse stares openly at you.
You,
The nurse hisses at you.
your flesh has such perfume. I am drunk on you.
The nurse stares.
You,
The nurse.
your
Oh, how pensively our shield looks down upon us.
A symposium on the anatomy of the human body. The nurse throws you a sultry look, offset by a smear of blood around her mouth. Something shifts beneath her robes, the outline of a diminutive third arm.
What?
A mewling cry can be heard from her abdomen. She places a hand over it and winks.
Food, baby.
What?
The nurse slinks right up to you and inhales deeply, then exhales with a sigh.
You smell unclean. Would you like to be clean?
She flicks her long black tongue over cracked lips while staring unblinkingly. Her eyes reflect no light. They only consume.
Infirmière là. Donc fa, mi, ré,
The
la.
nurse spots you, then abruptly averts his gaze with a scowl.
Don't tempt me. The doctor will be displeased if I have my fun without asking. Go!
8. Tranché pourri, tête tranchée pourri. Le docteur est ici. Oh, c'est tellement malsain cette baraque. En même temps, c'est fait pour. Le tableau de bataille est très classe. Causer assis.
The nurse rubs his hands together in glee at the sight of you. His palms are slick with some oily substance.
Dégueulasse.
Do you faint at the sight of blood?
He leans in and whispers, his voice hoarse with a desperate longing.
Would you like to?
Infirmière d'eau.
Ah, how good of you to come. And you've brought my favorite person in the entire world. How are you, Losa, dear? It's odd seeing you here among my things, my practice. Usually it's me who visits you.
He stumbles and coughs, then regains his composure. His eyes narrow malevolently.
I understand you've been very, very busy. You're welcome in my home, in this plane, Losa. But I don't remember inviting you to my little hideaway among the stars. Who do you think you are?
Losa shoots you a knowing glance and smirks.
I have to say, Adramalik, you don't look too good.
He winces and recoils, then quickly regains his composure.
Come, Losa. After all we've been through, you must know better than to cross me like this. You've seen what I've done to those who test my patience.
Maybe once, before I cut you off from your precious candles. Did it hurt when I snuffed them out? Did you feel the loss of each one as their power fell away from you? How does it feel, Adramalik, to be as small and powerless as you make the rest of us feel?
Shut up! Shut up!
Such disrespect. I'd be a bit friendlier if I were you. But then again, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm still going to destroy you.
Stay away from me. Stay where you are.
You should have stayed away from me.
Losa puts a hand to her weapon. She glows with cold fire. Her radiance fills the room. She looks to you.
Ready, Chief?
Go.
I have given you everything. The powers of the gods. Freedom from their relentless demands. Everything I had, I laid at your feet.
De la merde.
And you react to me with this anger. This hatred. It defies logic. It defies explanation. There's nothing left I can do for you, Losa. Nothing but feel sorry for you. And that I certainly do.
Je vais te pourrir la
But
gueule.
make no mistake, this changes nothing. You are mine. Mine and mine alone. I don't need your consent. I only need your soul. I'm so very disappointed in you, Losa. Look what you've made me do. Bad, bad girl, Losa. I shall have to teach you a lesson.
disparaît.
An odd-looking young woman, a woman you now know better than almost anyone, is staring intently before you. Fingers curled rigidly at her sides. Greyish-black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks, then suddenly clear. She blinks. Her bright blue eyes, bluer than you've ever seen them, shine with life.
Hey. Hey! It's over. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free! I've never felt better. Look, look! I mean, listen.
She goes silent, listening.
You know, I think maybe I was wrong before. That I could just get rid of him. I can still hear something deep down. Like an echo, really. An echo of a whisper. And if I choose to listen...
She pauses, one ear cocked, and frowns.
It gets louder. And if I choose not to listen...
She cocks her head the other way, brow furrowed, then breaks into a huge smile.
I can't really hear it at all. I guess that's a new kind of freedom. Maybe not the freedom to be alone, but the freedom to choose which company to keep.
She smiles and steps forward, her heat like a warm breeze, her smell like earth and leaves, and leans in to whisper in your ear.
I choose me. And I choose you. I choose us.
She leans back, her face shining, eyes dancing, radiating freedom, love, joy itself.
So, now that my voice is mine again, want to hear a song? Come to me, the night is dark. Come to me, the night is long. Sing for me, I'll sing along. Sing for me, oh sing for me. Sway with me, we'll make them scream. Dance with me, we'll make them bleed. Sing for me, I'll sing along. Sing for me, oh sing for me. Listen, do you hear it? Listen, do you feel it? Listen, I'm calling you. Listen, you do know me. Listen, swing and roll me. Listen, I'm calling you.
C'est trop beau.
Listen, do you hear it? Listen, do you feel it? Listen, I'm calling you. Listen, you do know me. Listen, swing and roll me. Listen, I'm calling you. Listen, do you hear it? Listen, do you feel it? Listen, I'm calling you. Listen, you do know me. Listen, swing and roll me. Listen, I'm calling you.
C'est trop bien. C'est trop bien.
I love that song, you know. But I'm not even sure who wrote it. Maybe it was me. Maybe it was one of the voices. Maybe a bit of both.
She smiles slyly, hums a little melody. Nothing you've heard before.
I guess it's time to start on some new material. Now, onward.
She stops short, mid-stride. Her eyes go wide.
It's not... I see them all. Thousands of them. Thousands of planes. Thousands of demons. Millions of souls. Lost souls.
Un coup dans la tête. Non. Non, justement, ça fait 120 heures qu'on galère à la sauver. Enfin, elle est libre, quoi.
So many trapped. So many doomed. Like I was.
Et bien maintenant, ce qui reste à faire, on se marie, on fait des gosses et on va purger l'hérésie démoniaque de ce monde. Voilà.
She shakes her head, eyes squeezed shut.
Someone needs to help them. Someone like us. Someone like me.
On va aller les aider. T'inquiète.
Hey, everything okay? Last I heard, Dallas has something that belongs to us. Let's get her.
Tout à fait. J'ai pas envie de retourner le couteau de la plaie.
Which part? All those people we snuffed out. They're gone now.
Il n'y aura plus.
But there won't be more ever
En tout cas
again.
pas effectivement par
Not
le
there,
démon
at
qu'on a
least.
atomisé.
As for the rest of the realm's demons, well, what is it they say? The first cut slices the deepest. Once this one scabs over, I'll be ready to hunt out the rest of them, wherever they're hiding. We make a good team, don't we, Chief? A really good team. May as well get to it then.
Ça roule.
The box hops and dances, as if an energetic...
Die, Isbiel!
The swaying toy sports a grin so evil, it might have spawned from the void itself. But it's not the smile that disturbs you most. It's the ominous ticking of the mechanism beneath.
Et je suis pas Ishbail, hein.
The doctor sends his regards!
Évidemment. Bon, c'est pas grave. Putain, il fait mal quand même. Et il m'a viré 1000 points d'armure magique, ce sac à merde. Enfin bon.
Wet eyes, red face, soiled garb. The dwarf suffering is writ on his body and soul. He opens his mouth to speak, revealing a gaping darkness where his tongue should be. You recognize him. This is Barston Tongues, the self-assured driftwood bard, whose golden voice filled the tavern with verse. His lips part, drool trickles from his lower lip, but he speaks no words, and there is no meaning to be found in his formless throat burbles. The dwarf's eyes widen in gratitude. He blinks, yet no tears fall from the pink goo that's collected in the corners.
That's the bard from Driftwood. Looks like his singing days are over.
In the squalor of these hellish surroundings, you spy a lone, bewildered figure.
Tu m'étonnes.
Who's there? So dark. Step in from the shadows. It's you, God woken. The demon, Adramalik. Too powerful. Possessed. Kill it, if you can. Adramalik His name is not enough.
Ah, il t'a piégé, le sac à merde.
Coming for him. A trap, a cage, so fast, like lightning before the thunder. So fast, my soul encaged. Yes, a newfound silence, sweet absence of agony. 1,000 teeth are gone, gnawing at the mind and heart. I faced the hell scarcely to be imagined, but you, torchbearer, led me out of the dark. Thank you. Bless you. You did what I could not. After such a feat, it cannot be denied.
I must depart for the Lady Vengeance. There I can recover. Go claim the power of the gods, and do unto the void as you did unto the demon.
Only you can.
Ok. Hop. Ce TP de l'enfer. C'est vrai que s'il voulait, l'autre qui a perdu sa langue, on pouvait l'amener au truc, il n'y avait pas de souci. Hein. Ouais. On se casse, il n'y a rien de plus à faire ici. Ce fut un peu infernal. Hein. Bon, on lui a chouré sa clé, donc normalement il n'y a pas de soucis. Ah, d'accord.
I am a projection of the spirit of Elenessa. The demon is dead. I am no longer his slave. You have my gratitude, and in recognition of all that you've done, I shall give you the spirit of an elven morning star. Made of pure source, it will pierce your enemy's armor. I know you shall use it in the service of good. Fare you well, Demon Slayer. Fare you well.
Ceux-là, ils sont vénères. Alors ensuite les bottes explorateurs. 54, 175. Ouais, non, c'est les mêmes que les autres. Ah! Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire en allant par là? Chérie, hein,
The puppet looks at you.
You're not supposed to be here. Just what do you think you're doing?
Je me suis perdu.
You got lost. What are you really doing up here?
J'en sais rien.
You're nothing but a rotten interloper. I won't stand for this. My precious darlings, how dare you?
Oh, d'accord. Ça c'est un poil overkill quand même. Je suis désolé, hein, c'était pas ce que j'avais prévu. Oh.
Beautiful, inside and out.
Très bien, ok, on pouvait passer par là.
Tell me, do you like puppets?
Oui. The toy seller nods and smiles.
Wonderful. Here, take a look at this.
The puppet springs to life.
Ok.
Impressive, no? There's a lot of craftsmanship in that small package. Quite a lot. Now, what can I do for you? I haven't had many callers of late, what with all the fuss and hubbub that's been going on outside. Sauce, what else? Each and every one of my darlings has a little bit of magic in them. It turns a mere toy into a friend.
Ok.
I'm on good terms with the Divine Order. They know what my work entails. They've even had use for me in the past. I have nothing to fear from them. Oh, no, not at all. I use only the smallest sprinkle of sauce in my work. I'd hardly think a Voidwoken would set its sights on me and my darlings.
Peut-être.
Quite. Luckily for me, I have everything I care about right here. Why, I could lose days on end rummaging around inside my darlings. Consider me at your service if you need anything else.
The puppet looks at you with what almost amounts to curiosity. You sense power from within it, a measure of source, just enough to make the plaything seem alive.
Ouais, trop bien, il y a un petit train. Bon, il y en a un qui est dessus aussi, mais bon, ouais, bref. Petit chat est désactivé.
No touching, please.
Ouais, non, mais je regarde. Je regarde et je vois si on peut causer avec.
Beautiful, inside and out.
The puppet looks at you with what almost amounts to curiosity. You sense power from...
Victor Voss, le marchand. Tiens.
The man glowers from under his hood. You glower back. You can't see his eyes, but you know they're trained on you.
They call you a slayer of giants. If you strike from the shadows as effectively as you strike in the light, you may find my supplies invaluable. False modesty, eh? I like it. Better than the paladin's unmerited pride. The folks here were safer in the Magister's hands. It's up to me to make sure citizens can stay out of sight and out of mind. Pilgrims, revellers, with every one of their cheers and prayers they draw wicked eyes. The publicly faithful are easy targets. In Arx, strength is found only in silence. Is there more on your mind?
Tiens, genre la mini truc elle est disponible là pour tout le monde en mode tiens des bisous cadeau. Assassin magistral.
I got real lucky when the Voidwoken attacked. They didn't go anywhere near the chem estate. Some maybe, but most of us are here to trade with Chem. He's tough to nail down. Luckily, our appraiser Kat's already made her way into the estate. The Chems lost nothing in the attack, so Kat will try to convince them to share a little. She's our leader, and a damn fine appraiser too. Meet her inside and she might even trade with you. Hope you like what you see. I know quality when I see it, and I bet you do too. Care to trade?
Ah oui, ok, très bien. Non mais très bien. Je pensais pas pouvoir récupérer ça comme ça.
I got real lucky when the void.
Jette un œil. Alors, t'as de l'argent.
If you're looking for Kat, she's
She's evaluating all of Kem's antiquities. It'll be a while, but... Well, this is the estate of the, Venerable Kem. We've all come to trade with Linda and his missus, but with recent events, let's just say, they're busy. But
Oh, les marchands de la guilde des voleurs, quoi. Putain.
She's an appraiser, and our boss to boot. You'll meet her if you head inside. If you've got anything she's interested in, could be she'll make you a good deal.
He looks around covertly before turning back to you with a wink.
Could be a really good deal. Good stuff, yeah?
Tiens, marrant ça là. Anneau de gloire. C'est pas la main de gloire, c'est anneau de gloire. Oui, ok, bon, là, tu fais du recel quoi. Et là, du coup, c'est. Ah putain. Ok.
I did this. What was I thinking? For 1 minute they're living their lives, playing with their children, meeting with friends, singing and praying.
Chut, ça va aller, un câlin, ça va aller. Mais oui, c'était obligatoire qu'on finisse par tomber sur un cadavre.
I extinguished them in an instant, like they were nothing.
Moi, une tueuse impitoyable, vous ne pensez pas qu'elle était aussi implacable? Non, mais je suis pas un connard fini.
I don't know. They'd still be alive if it wasn't for me.
Peut-être un autre, mais je sais pas. Enfin, je
I'm
sais
just
pas.
one person. Maybe that. Well, it doesn't matter now. I guess what's done is done. And I'm glad you were there to help me see it through.
Ragtag assortment of garb. He looks up from repairing a battered instrument to smile and nod at you, one traveller to another.
Ho there, fellow traveller. Luronta. Looking for some cheer to lighten the mood of this grim city?
Good question, Callisti.
Eftek, I don't believe I have. Ha! Thank you for asking. Now, I've a new challenge. Well, Ralph, at some point, long ago, I decided poetry had but two purposes. To quicken the people's river of tears, or to stave them. Look around you. You'll find fear and longing and desperation. What good is a bard's solemnity in a city besieged by void and divided by war? My privilege and my duty is to remind the people of Arx that there's blue sky and shimmering sun beyond the clouds. Of course, and glad to. My words shall lift your spirits, make no mistake. But I need to pay my way. So, what do you say, Rav? Sure, Laronta. I will be here.
The man in front of you is clad in...
Ho there, fellow traveller. I'd have to say my most Drita music is the sound of a beautiful woman reciting the ballads of Bel. Of course, and glad. What do you say, Rava?
The poet tips his floppy hat to you as he counts the coin you handed over.
Now, what poem would you care to hear? An old classic or an original verse? Take a seat, Rava. Make yourself at home. Give me a moment to clear my throat. And listen.
Real antiques at realistic prices. Who cares
Beat
to
the
trade?
march of humans unabated.
What a wonderful zoo!
This world
Can I
of
sell you
war
a real
and
one?
cruelty he created. They shall not stop till all the worlds are waste, and signs of other cultures all erased. The riches world over do they seek, and flush with gold their lord over the meek.
Antiques and antiquities.
Yet all is just facade,
Buying and
a
selling.
frail shell.
Tiens, tiens.
Once shattered, they alone descend to
La même que l'autre tanche là. Alors.
Weak faith enables tragedies such as these.
Bonjour.
Surprised that the void walking attacked the lizard embassy fast. Them dreamers you saucer telling you.
The divine will answer. But first, the paladins are saying the magisters did this.
Il dit qu'on a osé confiance. Ouais, enfin chacun dit bien ce qu'il veut.
Funny how it's our consulate that's burning, isn't it? Mark me. The ancient empire does not forget.
Tu veux que je te dise Prêtresse. Ah, oula. Fais demi-tour une fois à l'intérieur que les cendres noires et le néant. Bonjour.
The consulate lies in ruin. Accursed flames lap at every corner. The paladins are great and faithful warriors. But some tragedies even they can't undo. I'm sure it's a tale you've heard before, and I'm sure it has the same twist.
Et puis les anéants ont attaqué. Ouais,
ouais,
mais là les anéants ils ont fini d'attaquer, je pense.
A few lizards managed to escape to Kem's estate. The rest, they were consumed by cursed flames. Yes, I bore witness to your feat at the gates. Your skills have proven invaluable to Arks. But I'm afraid the terrors waiting within the consulate aren't so tangible.
What? The priestess's eyes glaze over, and she shivers in fear.
You'd have to be mad to continue. And if you managed to escape, you'd be madder still. I can't say more.
Not a good sign.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux que ça me fasse?
The Voidwoken tore down the consulate's barricades like they were paper. I pray that Solsticer keeps the Empire safe from the Void.
Tu m'étonnes, va falloir hein.
I barely escaped the consulate with my life. No thanks to the Order's supposedly elite paladins.
Oui, enfin là c'est un peu vénère quand même. Les paladins ils se sont fait cramer le cul.
Careful! This fires of the void. Infernal stuff. Can't be put out by normal means. Best to wait it out. It'll have to die eventually.
Voidwoken. Arts used to be safe from those things. Not anymore.
The lizards inside the consulate never stood a chance. It's all the bloody Magister's fault. They can have the dead to their butcher's bill.
Ah, parce qu'ils ont fait venir les anéants.
Because they're collaborating with the Black Ring. It's no coincidence that those monstrosities appeared just as we confronted them about their betrayal. At least Lord Kem's putting a stop to them now. By all means.
Kem qui en fait partie.
Don't expect me to stick my...
Ouais, t'inquiète, Popiette.
This is no ordinary fire. Water has no effect. Better to just contain it until it dies down.
T'inquiète, Popiette. Juste switcher de godasse. Et en avant.
There may be Voidwoken still in there.
Vous voulez d'avoir des anéants à l'intérieur? Aucun problème. Et on se taille. Ok, pendant ce temps. On va se reculer un peu au cas où. Infernal cette baston. se casse. On va attendre que tous les trucs se virent. Voilà. On va laisser un passage à Fan qui va les tracer. Exécuté, très bien. On va venir là. Ok, fan. Infernal.
Where in the hells does that portal lead? I guess there's only one way to find out.
The spirit doesn't speak, but instead stretches his arm backward, an unseen weapon clasped in his ghostly fist, and moves to strike. The lizard is not of flesh, yet you are sure you feel the edge of a blade as it sinks into your chest. In an instant, you are no longer you, but him, crouched low and concealed in shadow.
Bah oui, mais il est...
Panic
mort.
shouts ring through the air, but you must not allow yourself to be distracted. Your eyes remain on your quarry, a female lizard, scales burning red, clad in opal. You remain 20 silent steps behind her as she flees into the consulate garden, where a shimmering portal of opal and pearl illuminates the pool beneath. Finally, the opportunity has come. She is as good as dead. You float into a cluster of tall shrubs and ready your dagger. But she has already stepped through the portal, leaving you alone in this unlikely oasis. Alas, you will never know. Nor will you know whose sword it was that plunged into your back in that moment. It isn't the blade's pain that hurts most, but the pain of the failed assassination that most disturbs you as you slip into darkness. And the pain is gone. You are you again. The spirit drops his...
Ok, juste aller voir s'il y a du monde qui ping encore ou pas. Personne qui pop.
A single rage-wrought thought rolls from the dead lizard's spirit. Those Magister bastards. You are a spy at the consulate when a source at the Paladins delivers a bombshell. News of a Magister Black Ring conspiracy. When the Voidwoken come, you believe it is part of a dark Magister plot. You see billows of golden sand, stretching beyond the walls and worlds that roll across the portal's surface. It isn't clear if the portal allows return travel.
Allez, go. C'est cité.
This must be Lizard Elder Horrorsleep. Fascinating. It may be a dream, but if you die here, you die for real.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette merde encore?
Good evening, God woken. I trust you sleep well.
Mais t'es mort?
I am here to tell you the truth, the terrible, deep down truth, the inescapable, deep down truth. You are here for the truth, the terrible truth, the inescapable truth, that you are not enough. You have never been enough. You will never be enough. You are not enough. You were never enough. You will never be enough. Come face the truth. Come face up to your lies. You are not enough!
The glass in the mirrors shimmers and tears. Reality shifts. Apparitions take shape, and they seem familiar.
That?
You are not enough. You were never enough.
Ça. Bonjour.
Look at those lazy sods, sleeping on the job.
You are not he, the Red Prince, the spouse of the sun, Ananeret. You should not be here. No further than this shall you go.
That is not for you to know.
You cannot know. You may not know. You shall not know.
Not your place to ask such questions.
Not my place to answer them. No. You shall not.
I think not.
Whistling a high and reedy note, he summons the other dreamers. At some invisible signal from...
Ah! Oh merde! Ok. Ah, ils sont tous barrés comme des salades. Aïe. Quand on traînait encore avec le prince rouge.
Finally, somewhere nice.
Alors les néants non, nous oui. Coucou. Tu veux voir ma grosse épée?
I must break my oath. I must.
Salut.
In a desert of...
Zolsticer, aid me. Even here, the agents of the God King threaten my life.
C'est bien sérieux? Bah non, non.
You killed the dreamers, didn't you? You lie. To me, guardians of dreams, defend your princess against these vile intruders. Let...
Mais... Putain, ok, ça va être casse-couille. Immunité contre le feu. Oh. Qu'est-ce que tu es venu me faire chier?
You killed me. You killed... Hiding. Protecting my children. Protecting... The House of Shadows were closing in. The God King. He offered me a way out.
Ouais, non mais oui, mais non. Le dieu roi, c'est un enfoiré.
My children. They deserved a chance.
The spirit blinks, then looks around.
Reprune, comment va? Ça a été du coup le JDR cet après-midi? T'as pu faire quelque chose? Le test de Cthulhu?
Foolish. But no more foolish than doing nothing and waiting for the dagger fated to pierce my back.
Tous les laquais du dieu roi? Bah non.
Is this...
En fait, elle méritait pas de mourir à cause de ça. Elle méritait pas de mourir, en fait, de base. C'est juste qu'elle m'a attaqué, donc...
He will come for me. He will claim me.
The spirit
Mais
shuts
non.
her eyes, and a chill passes between you.
A dream of death. No more. No. He is here. He has come for me.
Terreur, ok. Ah.
The side. We're almost out.
The consulate garden is easily glimpsed from your side of the portal. Instinct tells you that once you enter, you will not be coming back.
Et on s'en fout, on a tout ce qu'il faut.
Talk about a nightmare.
The spirit turns her gaze upon you. Her eyes blaze with cool disdain. Alert and focused, this spirit is not lost at all. She tilts her head, resisting your intrusion. No sooner do you catch hold of a memory than she snatches it back again. Void-woken attacking. A rush to protect the dreamers. A death as the dreamers escape. The spirit resists. She bombards you with memories of everything but the dreamers and to where they escaped. Visions of life at the consulate assail you.
Enfin, j'en viens des rêveurs, donc... Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je fasse?
The taste of the food at official receptions, the laughter of children playing out in the gardens, the warm sun on your skin as you walk by the water, the burgeoning sadness as you realize that life is dead. Her diplomatic training is good. Trust no one, and do not believe even the evidence of your own eyes. She increases the bombardment. Random snatches of life pass before you, faster and faster. She resists the inquiry, but before the door in her mind closes, you gather a single thought. The princess is likely to have escaped the destruction and can be found with the dreamers, wherever they are. She closes her mind and watches you. The trader sways in time to the bard's tune, but stops as you approach. She looks at the mansion nervously, then back to you.
Looking for, something special? Am I that transparent? I'm a little on edge, it's true.
Tu m'étonnes.
She nods to the looming estate.
See behind me? That's Linda Kem's mansion. And if Cat's to be believed, Kem's got something valuable in there. So she's in there now, looking for this thing. I don't know what it is, but Cat promises our lives are about to change for the better. She's an appraiser, and a damn good one at that. Kem's obsessed with his own riches. He brings Cat in to tell him how much his collection's worth, then basks in his wealth like a lizard in the sun.
Lol.
Her voice lapses into a soft whisper.
People like Kem, they just get richer and richer, while the rest of us scramble for their scraps. All done then?
Putain, ça va dévaliser combien de baraques, bordel.
This world of war, cruelty they created. They shall not stop till all the world's a waste. And signs of other cultures, all erased. The riches world over do they seek. Flush with gold, their lord over the meek. Yet all is just facade, a frail shell. Once shattered.
She responds with a nervous wave, and her eyes flit.
Ouais, j'ai bien compris qu'il y avait une douille, t'inquiète pas. Alors... Qu'à rentrer. Bonjour.
A word of warning. There are lizards in the house. Kem trusts them, but I do not.
Je te crois. Bonjour.
My word.
The mansion's positively overrun with foreign folk on this most inauspicious of Lucian's days.
He catches himself and scrapes his throat in a brief moment of embarrassment.
I do apologize if I came across as impertinent just now, and I hope you'll forgive my unabating boldness when I assume Sir has come here in search of an audience with either Lord or Lady Ken. Oh, I meant, of course, the lizard excellencies that have sought shelter under this esteemed roof in the aftermath of the dreadful attack that was... It saddens me to say there are a number of deaths to mourn, but no doubt we all rejoice at the survival of the nobles. After all, a mere clerk is so easily replaced, wouldn't you say? As you so rightfully point out, sir, quite unlike a butler. Oh, gracious, her? I truly hope you are not in cahoots with that brazen peddler. Well, Lady Kem is having tea in the drawing room over in the north wing. I'm quite certain a person as obviously well-travelled as yourself will have no problem drifting in that general direction. I'm afraid I can't accommodate you with the opportunity to have a word with Milord Kem at this precise moment, sir. Milord left early in the morning in pursuit of business, and he hasn't yet returned. I'm not privy to the details of Milord's ventures, but I gather his outing pertains to his office as Grand Master of the Paladins and the ousting of certain firebrands from the city. Unless I'm quite mistaken, in which case I once more apologize profusely, you'll most likely find Milord in the immediate vicinity of the Magister headquarters. The Magisters, in case my previous... Yes, do please excuse me, for I've a party of dignitaries to attend to. They've an appetite for an aperitif, and the port, needless to say, does not pour itself.
Riche le majordome. T'inquiète, paupiette. Alors, voyons voir. L'expert. Coucou, monsieur Pouille Pouille.
For heaven's sake, would you please... Oh, ever so sorry. I thought you were that rotten butler about to warn me once again to take the ocular, not the tactile approach. I swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the nearest dictionary I can find.
Hein? Idéal, c'est un bon atlas.
Much obliged. I'll most certainly keep that in mind. That little snob thinks me unworthy of being in his precious lord's mansion appraising his precious lord's collection of antiques. Just you try judging the state of a Vedistian armoire if you're not even allowed to rummage through its drawers. Oh, he's all blood and battle, all right. Until you show him a Ferolian snuff box or an ancient imperial fainting couch, then he's as giddy as a cat in a field of catnip.
D'accord.
He knows very well I'm the best in the business. Asked me to value his collection personally. I'm merely appraising the many antiques gathered in here in this beautiful mansion.
Il fait hop. Il fait hop sur le lit, monsieur Pouille Pouille. Monsieur Pouille Pouille. Il fait hop sur le lit. Il fait hop. Il fait hop. Non, tu fais pas. T'as un trou de balle.
A roguish little smile suddenly plays upon her lips.
What else would I be doing? Exactly. Highly interesting and highly valuable. Perhaps even quite out of your league.
Ça, c'est à moi d'en juger.
Anything else?
T'as rien. Rue Thomas Rivelis. Équilibrage. 5 de force. Sympa.
Come out wherever you are. Come out wherever you are.
Mais rien d'intéressant.
For heaven's sake, I swear I've a mind to... Because that... Just you try judging the state of a Vedistian armoire if you're not even allowed to rummage through its drawers. I'm merely appraising...
A roguish...
What else would I be doing?
Ah,
If it's a bit of wickedness you're after, I'm sure I won't disappoint. Consider yourself invited. Now listen closely. Rumor has it that Lord Kim's mansion is built upon a massive vault in which he hides his true valuables. I've had no luck so far in locating this fabled vault, but if you do, I swear the entire hoard is yours. No questions asked. All I want in return for this information is a trio of curios that is said to be kept inside. The portrait of the divine, the cup of kings, and the scroll of eternity. Everything else
Ça peut être un enfoiré. On va voir.
a most satisfactory arrangement.
She shakes her head, apologetic.
There are only whispers of a vault and quieter whispers still of what it may contain. Probably. Did you find them? Ugh, I suppose patience.
Ok. Très bien.
None to be found, and I'm not going to go digging in the dirt for any.
Bonjour.
You say that now.
I don't need this distraction. Why don't you go stroll in the garden or something?
Oh, cette violence. Qu'est-ce que tu fous avec une norme tourmentée de qualité dans la cuisine?
Oh dear, I wasn't expecting visitors.
Bonjour.
Come out wherever you are. I don't believe you're here at my behest, are you, darling? Do feel free to rest your feet elsewhere in the manor before being on your way. Ta-ta.
I must take advantage of the moment. We are only granted an audience by invitation.
A delicious blend. I envy the ladies' brewing skills.
But please, tell me about yourselves.
A striking painting, truly.
We were hoping
and featuring a familiar face.
Lady Kem sniffs with the pride of a peacock spreading its tail.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Possibly Ram's finest work. You may recognize the people in it. Alexander, of course, the dwarven queen Justinia, Gongi of the ancient empire, and the graceful Tiriara, the great elven seer. The Quorum. It was here that they made history, in this very room, in fact.
Lady Kem smiles graciously and offers you a cup of tea.
Merci.
The Voidwoken invasion was in its infancy, and it was becoming clear that the creatures were drawn to source. Bishop Alexander called the Quorum together. He demanded the elves, dwarves, and lizards agree to his plan. Gather and quarantine source youth.
She takes a slow sip of tea, eyeing you closely just above the cup's rim. Lady Kem's look of disgust tells you all you need to know. Yet she...
Do you truly suppose half-brained, filth-ridden bone piles should have a voice in Rivellon's future? Alexander would never humour such a beast, and I most certainly would not allow one in my home.
Coucou.
She huffs, she puffs, and she continues with her story.
The Lizard King, stately when silent, yet so great was his descent I was sure his shouts would split the ground open beneath us. A travesty. Alexander sought to protect us all from a scourge. The fork-tongued devil would sooner usher in a dark age than round up the troublemakers.
Sa langue est plus venimeuse que celle d'un lézard.
Lady Kem grins, then pours you yet another cup of tea.
Then there was the Queen. Smart as a whip, that one, and just as likely to sting you. Justinia listened to Alexander intently. I'd always thought of dwarves as pragmatic. I presumed she would ally with him, but she proved disloyal. The dwarves would not be part of his plan. I had forgotten that pragmatism is usually partnered with stubbornness, particularly when
Elle m'a lié un bon verre et une bonne discussion.
ale.
Vraiment de critiquer les habitudes d'autrui.
Another
Oh, je m'en
smile,
fous, file-moi du
and
thé.
another cup poured.
Attention turned to Tiriara. Perhaps she would bolster Alexander's position. The Elvin's here. Her heart bled, she said. A millennium of memories warned against a pogrom, she said. She would not assist the great Alexander. No great loss, I must add. The elves are scattered to the wind. Their influence is as thin as a dying willow's twig. Besides, like any elf, Tiriara's head floats in the clouds. They tell wonderful stories, but live fantasies as absurd as any lizard dreamers.
She pours you yet another cup of tea with an elegant flourish. The pot is seemingly bottomless.
Ah, it's been a pleasure to reminisce on that day. Please do make yourself comfortable. You are such delightful company.
She sips from her cup, and you bow in farewell.
What better way to spend Lucian's day than drinking tea with friends?
Tasse de thé.
Having the time
Tasse
of
de thé
my life.
empoisonné.
To a noble life.
Il m'a filé du thé blanc alors.
Shall Lord Kem be
Thé
joining
vert,
us, my lady?
thé noir et du thé blanc.
Linda, I fear,
Dégusté au
is
coin du
far
feu
too
par un jour
busy with
pluvieux.
his little crew.
Ouais. Après j'ai mieux que
Perhaps
ça.
he may find some
Du
time
thé,
for us
du thé de Noël. C'est tellement bon ça. Alors oui, on va faire le tour de la baraque. Ah c'est classe hein. C'est classe. J'en ai un comme ça sur moi. Oh, le truc de la reine des là. Oh. Tiens. Justinia. Bonjour.
I want no trouble from you. This job is dull, and I'd like to keep it that way.
T'inquiète. En revanche, avec les joujoux et tout.
Justinia expels a long, shuddering sigh. It joins the other whispers that permeate the dank sewer air.
What do you want from me, Marcus? What can I possibly say at this moment and in this place to appease you?
It's not about appeasement. It's about innocent lives. Cannot let you release the death fog.
Marcus, the city is safe. I know the truth about Isby, about the Black Ring. It's over now.
So you're telling me you weren't malicious? You were just too weak to know you were being played? What a goddamned joke, Justinia.
You're right. Is that what you want to hear? You're right. Go and tell everyone how right you are. But you know what your rightness won't do. Protect a kingdom. And protect it I did, while you went off to live your goddamned pirate fantasy. And if I knew then what I knew now, Marcus, I would still exile you. You would walk the Isle of Mist to this day, stalked by demons and living the nightmares they planted in you. Call me a fool or a tyrant. Call me whatever you want, but I was still there. I was there. I lived
Oh, elle est salée!
while you were playing
Elle voulait venir
games.
s'amuser avec nous en fait. T'avais qu'à venir.
Lad, you really lead me wrong. Call it. I know you got my back. We'll do as you say then. Go back to them, Justinia. I'll go too. We have to rebuild. For us and for them.
Have you forgotten your own journey, Marcus? I know you love your people. I know you would see them free, but I must be the one to face them. To release them from the prison I made for them. You are God-woken. Think of what you can do for the kingdom as divine. Far more than I can as queen. Go. I will serve the people as they ask. You will serve them as they warrant.
Justinia kisses his cheek.
You are the beast of the sea.
the God-woken, the divine in waiting. You will do your people proud.
Ok. Chez moi, non? Arc en vertèbre, c'est dégueulasse. D'art. Ok, il y a un miaou qui traîne. Manteau de talent. Qu'est-ce que t'as?
I bit the master Kim, I did. I could have sworn it was another man in a master suit, but it weren't. Now I'm in the doghouse like the humans say. I couldn't help it, I swear. Kem all smelled like when the garden man cuts down a decayed tree, like he was using flowers to hide the rot. A little like you, but a little not like you too. Only nudging and tail wag the next time, I promise. No licking though. I don't want to taste the rot again.
Ok. Allez. On a quand même pas mal avancé. On a fait pas mal de trucs. Et moi je suis complètement rincé, bordel. Du coup, pour ceux qui sont encore là, je vous souhaite une très bonne nuit. Et je vous dis à mercredi pour du Warship et du Deep Rock. Que le rhum soit avec vous. Et bon week-end. Oui.